More news, more information. Hot.
Habis Amansan Dawuro 93.9 FM so Amansan Dawuro kasia emre na so ka hunu se kasia bo betwa gu e Facebook 93.9 FM enti like here na wa share na wo do adwen chaba na ya kenka dia ma na ka hunu se nyimre kasia bo no ya edi mu akotene bi ene se wo so fo hwensa se ene funa gudi ahun samso dia todwa e ba mane achemo se enya no koda e wo kwadu bia nipa bidi boga na mampanyina na adedankwa kufado ena bedi eche Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bomia ese womo aton my Ghana ejapade a eyensa ase saa so na wonsen fufamu no don kasia ni dan ni onimonyamfo Alexander afanyoma ken e dia todwa e ba mane achemo se vetting committee a pa womo se womunye Supreme Court judges ayeyi womo no eho ahwehwemu no womo dia todwa se womo vetting nyina aba na wieye empayifo womo na Fulani community wa farm place e dia todwa ba mane achemo se womo kata womo di hye achi na so mo stress empayifo be hwemu na makro be dedi Church of Pentecost wakade apoyamantemu de to manfo nyina womo kade animu se efinye enti mo de so mbetwe mo ho e de efi ehom Alliance for Drivers Ghana e de atudwa se Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bomia so oba license no behwe ni aye ni mfie nwotwe ana emfie du wo masomu wo mo ani age abusuansim wani afofo bi na nwunye mi si nwa kenka dia mawo se hotefem Amansan Dawuro kasiebo mi di ani tirimudahima ekuya sewa mi ana mi si nwa nyumre akenka Amansan Dawuro kasiebo no ede amawo ani menko
Hot FM 93.9
Abusuani fika siama sia na oswofo hwensase eni fumagudi ahonsam so Minister for Lands and Natural Resources ormonyamfo Samuel Abujinapo wari atudwa ba mane achemo se wo kama Ghana fo nyina te se enye no kura da na enye no kura nso da se ne kwa dubia nipa bi adibo Ghana mampanyi na adodankwa kufado enne bedi echi Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bomia so mo ba ye o my Ghana ejapade bia eyensa ase no wo mo tunton edema aban mu nipa bi ene nipa bi a wo mo ebe wo mo wo sinya sa na tie da kwadu aye boni bi ene se ensase bi e wo cantonment ene miamia hudo pia eyo my Ghana ejapade no aban ba ye donkomi wo boni donkomi de man na fofo ene busuafo ne ma wo chiemu ama Ghana fo nyina te se aban no kura nimu da se sansase yaton na ne ye no wonwon se nipa bi a wo mo aton sansase ena wo mo nkasa twa mo ho ebebo aban no kodu wonimonyafo Samuel Abujinapo agina simpie ne apaso ene Ghana fo kasa acheche mo yenti seme wo kanu.
Again, there are allegations that this government has sold some bungalows belonging to the Judicial Service in cantonments to a private developer. These bungalows in question were, however, sold as far back as 13th July 2015 to a company named Frames Oil Company Limited, following an approval granted by the then Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Honorable Ni Osamils, on 2nd June 2015. Is it therefore not surprising, ladies and gentlemen, that the very people who supervise the sale of this property to Frames Oil Company Limited will turn around and accuse the Akufo-Addo government of state capture? For the Du Bois Center, as we have explained in the press release of 16 July 2024, the Lands Commission, the manager of public lands and the repository of records of land transactions, has no pending application for the transfer of this land. For the avoidance of doubt, the land in question, as we speak, remains in the name of the Du Bois Center. That land has not been sold. Ladies and gentlemen, the above examples clearly shows that the allegations of state capture and the narrative that this government is indiscriminately selling public lands are all palpably false, without merit, and obviously actuated by political considerations given the heated political season we find ourselves. Indeed, the evidence shows that the Akufo-Addo government has been meticulous in protecting public lands in the public interest. On 17th August 2021, with the approval of the President of the Republic, a policy directive was issued to the Lands Commission pursuant to Article 2582 of the National Constitution to, and I quote, refer all transactions relating to the grant of any interest in public lands to the office of the Minister for prior approval, end quote. This was to ensure that the President, in whom these lands are vested, discharges his constitutional duty in an informed manner. The directive further stated, and I quote, any deed executed without the approval of the President through the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources will be deemed void, as same will have been done without the authority of the President in whom these lands are vested, end quote.
Abisioni amuti ye so for shansa asini fuma gudiam senso sami abuji na pano wacheche mo se enya no kura na sa bai ba ye watu o my Ghana dapade ye nsase na mom abano na ebon ho eban mi kuma ni mo sanfu from am my agility leader don kasia no dan ni he my Ghana mra shibe jefe ye no nyam from Alexander Afenyomakin wadi atujo ba mani eche mo se appointed committee o my Ghana mra shibe jefe a wo no na from you know abani bo mudi wo mototo wo mano no Nyankopon dum wo mudi wo nyina hwehwemu no abana hweyem ne rika justice of fire Rosetta Benako ena ne otoso mienu eya Professor Richard Frimpong Opon wasisa nipa mienu committee no atoto wo mano na committee ni wi etu abano ekokopaye donkasie nyanso nkuma nyanso na ne aka no ayese o my Ghana mra shebe fie ma shebe fobesa hanu edosu enu 275 no enso beto aba na ye behunu se yaji wo matum anaye nye wo mu entum.
The committee normally makes its recommendation, and we know that the 15-member committee, the chair of the committee, for some good reason, is out of it. The NDC minority said they were taking a decision en bloc to be against the nominees. Our side took a decision en bloc to be in support. So it isn't a matter of emotion, which motion was either defeated or carried, to get this clarity in all modesty and with the greatest respect. A committee of parliament ferries its recommendation for plenary to take a decision. And when it's unable to achieve a consensus, it goes with a majority decision or as the voting pattern may be. So it isn't a case of emotion. I just want to clarify that. The decision after the whole process is what has been expressed. So the chair of the committee, I'm sure, will look at all the facts and present a report for plenary to take a decision. So whatever that is going to the plenary is a recommendation. Which recommendation is a split recommendation. Of course, I must emphasize that the Honorable Joe Osebusu has a right within our rules of procedure to participate in decision making at committee level and at plenary level by a virtual means.
Ani amuti ye don kasia no dan ni wormanyamfo Alexander Afenyomakin wo ye enam don kuma no dan ni efa ne chief whip so ormanyamfo wo hwe adaklo enso se wo no ahye bedwani Kwame Governors Abuja ana ocheche mu se wo mu twen se ma hye bedwafie betena se na wo mbadi wo matuma na wo munye wo mu entum don kuma no so fa eni.
The committee will conclude by taking a vote. As we know, the first deputy speaker is unavoidably not absent. So 7 colleagues from the majority, and then 7 colleagues from my side. So the majorities can hear some people saying that we shouldn't take the decision now. The same people who are the committee can be the only people who can take the decision. I've been hearing some alien decision that somebody can vote by a remote and other thing. It's alien to us. 7 people from our side voted against them, the nominees. 7 people from the majority voted for it. We take the decision at plenary. It's as simple as.
Chief Whip minority no one more aside and National General General for more Daklo when my for Kwame Govins Abuja. Na mi kuma ni mo sanfu from wa yare tuma ni musa fulani community wo ko wa farm place and wo ma de hye man wo mu jo mo kwan sa de hye nyina fulani fra wo mu do mo na nche ko wuram na wo ma ma ko hwa wo mo na chese yakum wo mu yakum wo mu no wo mo twetwa wo mu ti e de afisu ebi edikansi e ba sabasome emie nu komensanie eno na wo twetwa mi ba ko si ena so ma fulani fra ya ye ne akata wo mo de hye no achi kwankwakwa na wo ma sese bambo nkoso se ne baya wo ye ne bia emma na homre so ya ba ni boni Isaac osai obuto parliamentamu echeche mu sei e de kire yen
yemu ewo eye donko kromu Presbyterian hospital morgue ehono mu a omu kusu a omu yere eye emu meka ne se omu adesi omu hwere wom no omu go adwuma na omu de empire asese so na se de mu firi hono mu a omu akwakope omu korabre na sabre me no ka say nipa omo hwe so mbe kwakope omu korabre no eye mako enan enedam na eye areho edon nsensem sei na women said they are very sensitive ever said the union fulani for na dako wo ye wadehye mako enan no eye ade e wo se kapakire para etuni ekoso yi enu ntino mpenimfo a mekanism omo ye fulani for mpenimfo frinkan aba bedru mu e wa farm prince hasen ya omo dwuma mo ba be ya na so mo nantiti ni na ne fe omo ba ne fulani for aba be kasa no mo adwudwo makoma e de akoma na kosuru biara no omo amoma rechi mu se Ghana mra eye adwuma apolisifoɔ ɛwɔ grounds a ɔmo yɛ adwuma ahwɛ sɛ enipa ɔmo di sɛ bɔnefo sɛm no ɔmo nyinaa no mra ɛbɛkye wɔm na ɛdi wɔn akɔ gyina mra no ɛno nti sɛ obi esusu mɛka ne sɛ ɔde mra bɛhyɛ ne nsam a na wato ne bo ase na saa bere nipa a yɛkɔ mo ho asɛm a mɛka nso ɔmo ahwere ɔmo kra nkwan ɛyɛ Umaru Sambo ɛnu esi hɔ nom a yɛnya Mahamadu Abubakari ono ewo mfie adwunu enson 27 years emra ne de bono eye dadia obi a ye de bono no ena ye wo Umaru Muhammadu ono ewo dunwotwe ansan ye wo Ali Abubakari ono ewo mfie aduasa enu 35 years enne da nipa enan ena mo hwɛ se ombekɔ akɔkɔpɔm krabe na nipa nan emu nyensa de omuti enisu a itiri no yehu bibia ye de afa na ba kopɛ ena ne ti etua so no mpo no wohwɛ sɛdeɛ ɔmo yɛ no na yɛde to no asi ne tiri mu ɛne bugu mu a ɛkyerɛ sɛ ɔmo ɛtete ne tiri no nkura nti sabe mpanimfoɔ egu so ɛwɔ grounds a ɔmo hwɛ sɛ ɔmo de mpaebɔ bɛhyehyɛ so na ɛno nti na ɔmo akɔkɔpɔm kora wɔnkɔpɔm kora bɛ a yɛne mpanimfoɔ bɛhwɛ nkɔmmɔ na ɔmo nso ɔmo de ɔmo ano di sɛm ato dwa ɔmo ade srɛdeɛ ɔmo srɛ nnura ɔmo de to dwa sɛ nkɔmmɔ bɛnyina sɛ nka apolisifoɔ ɛbɛba bɛdɔɔso abɛka ɔmo wɔ donkokurom ha sɛn ne nka bambɔ adɔɔso nananom ahemfo nso akyerɛ mu sɛ ɔmo nso ɔmo wɔ bi ka ɛfiri sɛ sɛ bɔnefo sɛm wie ɔmo nhwɛ ɛmma ɔwɔ bi ɛmma magye sɛ dimbɔne wei ɛmma kɔm ebiemu nso no asan ade muso asan ka kɔwa asase nti wɔ sɛ nananom ahemfo nso tumi twenya ɛyɛ amamere ɛde adwira ɛyɛ kuru no esan sɛ ɔmo sɛ mfu ɔmo yɛ na afi wei sɛ nso baako sɛ enso donkokuru na afran prince ensase so amaka ɛna ɛdokuru wɔ nti eguso ayɛ gyina na so yɛ
Aje ko say man ya wodi eba ye ennom abuso abidimani chiemu awo kade na Church of Pentecost wo kade ani so parliamentamu e de ato amanfo nyina anim se sanitation ye kana bofu mo se ubasiesie mfikire wafie mu na wasiesie monte so no e yade ahunya papa eni kwanse uye nwura atugu monte so wo mo se nyame asofo ene Pentecost so mani amanfo wo mo wo kade nyina se obi anu ni huni no obi asiesie ne ho se ne ba ya fi ennokoro wo mo na kofa yade emma esanse nipa ho ya fi no wo kwa nyankopon pawo ewo ne nchen Church of Pentecost ni fa ewo kade wo mo de sanse mi nyina tudwa emra kade branch no eba modere ade plastic dustbins ahodo ne bo no kwa ne mu yie papa de koma GPRTU se wo mo nyem fantasy stations ahodo ani krono mu mante so se ne ba ya obi na no ye fi obetimi di nsa gumu na nkwankwaya sa ewu ewe montene be bia na ekosoro da bi na aye branch pastor Edema Kade Church of Pentecost Pastor Godwin Kasi Ntim and a bomb modern Edi Sanyama nyina ehye GPIT influencer wodi afutu epiato
na yepese okuro bia e woso na ahumidi bam enti yeta eba station ha ebe prapra as fiese aha abati na yeba ya na afi ni yeba na ehun say there is a need because yabe prako na so bibie ni ho a obi ekura bora odebetum ana odebegum enu nti amase nipa no ba se ne tie bia so oja gufom nti asasore na epese asore ma na epese o man no si yiye na kuru no mutinti eye mmemmaku a eye payment a wo district no mu ye payment week na omo ye se da bi yehu se yenya dustbins etumi ebeboa se na ebe ya obi ba station ha obetumi de ne bola atum ana se egum anti amayeto enan yetumi yansa tumi so nan so ayede abere GPRT because ya won say ehia won se na ebe ya ebeboa na ni ayeboa yesre ni say nka ada places so anasa ankranko obi obetumi aboa bia yesre sanko omo asa na ebe ya ebenya bebre asisi station ha na odwomu ha emma efi emma ha bia nya bi bola na ode apum na oma be fakona ama bia ayeye
ani awuti yei ayakade branch Church of Pentecost Pastor Godwin Ntim we here ana GPIT chairman I work at the branch Alhaji Majida woji niema no so da wo masese wo me dia ba wo masom wo ma mane se mbe ho so yie na fe obi aba mabidi ne wuagu na efi station ho ene krono emontin so
you try and so your best. You try. Yeah, because I'm say penny back with Dr. Bedenabu, Papa so yard Michiano, and Pushkan, and also a type of Zayn, Anna, in penny for his principle of a human from the ancient Rebecca, say, what about to a portaphone, and I am checking out any performance. Maybe I will bet that one, any family, desire about it. What I am so that you look also. Na come what is the baby kakra. And say they were poor to one sorry. And they send omuye any Dr. Benu go papa so ya the dia me gona ba. Send omuye no. Sanka enyan so be mienu me saka ho a you say ya ebekona me ti esre en so no ku no so mo ti enkan. Obi a wo mo bi sa let me da go boy. They to su me ni ezu na yan fo. Ebi ade ni ba ma plan is go. Na o kwa sa da ni bola. Na sa da ni bola. Ti esre tu na yan fo say aya ba mo mo ni a emma e na aya ma na ma be pija kana.
Hawisioni awuti yei aye chairman GPIT Ukade branch Alhaji Majid Amansan Dawuro kasi yabano wasugu so awuti o Hot FM so Alliance Drivers of Ghana esi woma di Dr. Alhaji Muhammadu Bomia Fagba of the Money Patriotic Party nasma wakana tumu papa mampanyini abedi ya chawa ya Fagba of the Money PPSA nyankupa yana dunu odi o my Ghana kwa mwase mampanyina wabashwa na drivers licenses no wadi ya konfie mwotwe ana enfiedu sese ewo mfie mienu enti swaba ebe konfie mwotwe ana enfiedu enti sawi ya driver ni ana obi a watoka na peso kwa ya license ebe ubenya be 8 years ana se 10 years na watimi ade atwuka no na no ana Alliance Drivers of Ghana say eye ni je sempa papa no mbe kwa so bodo wo kopense Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Bomi obenya my Ghana kwa nwa no atra so na fei wode sai ni so de huni atumi aba national PRO edema Alliance Drivers of Ghana eye kwaku buaten wacheche mu de che Hot FM yenti
na emra ti boshi milia eboy pisa eye electric afa elipemu so ya shoko because ya na nyi se enfie ni bedo do sa oyi na po awo kumasi na de she command she be last the renew. I don't have 4 fat team do. O kwans ko I test. Kwans fa o kwans chia processor e bre. Nti o nkisi yes na mai. Ya na nyi say about me at the back of in she watch na say she do ni election. Ya na ya one year actually say the government the back as in Julia. We know the government what adawa for and say I was here you did you ready me. Na your man boss you say mama wasu dae. You be make sure say you be campaign I more dey my about me so be ya. We can be case in the boss na be ejuma. Can say em na we make no nye driver no ni ma me ni say dey 1 year me wo dey mu jide abdo so. Milia tizia me no can say so ko fuka. Utimi boko do se kana okofo no. Insurance papa na say ni papa e ba me fa no ejuma. Tizia me no can say government no omo agree my license bi an ka tra ke utimi chi taxi no. The license bi mi chi car e fa ni pa 14. Ba me no na ku fa be fa no ejuma.
Wọ́n yẹ no se ebinom ka se emfiem yenu kura ne yenu so esanse adavafo bi wo ha wo ma ni nya so no mo tisti achi ene so ene so de e wo se adavafo to mo hofo brene brano wan ka se wa ye adwuma na che wani enkoyie ma na hunu kwa so a na do ka esi bebe
mama enyasam ama police ni nyu damla so ensu sem se wani hu ade one gafa asadamani a wonam kwaso ko baso ni hu ade toofo na ko pese o ka kam tata bejuma eyefie ediesia 60 years we adamani wobo umuripo na yeye abesa mo ni hu ade a binia ade a se na se ni ji owi asene se ubama waka so juma na ye be mo juma fo mo abaso se wo de wajuma da abawiye se ko nya se ma police fo eju da na se fi so ni hu ade a ese what juma na be jere be ni dia ma ho eti ne be sere ne tene ya da fo je to mo fo tise mi accident e so kwa na ko e pu di pa cross community all because as we yin nya e kwa sunti ya ka tin ti obo ni ya nya dia babo Gana fo enko ho ban ese we ma me sabo ese enwo chizedu wa yi e diso fie so se wo so wani nya sa o ka si wona reda ni fika mam na mana unchi kare he omo no omo ti ko ma ko biso do ko wu binia
ani amuti ye Alliance Drivers ya Ghana opanyipa wo no ene kasa ede ma wo mo national ena mote nkano Amansan Dawuro kasiepo medimani chemu ewo eye hohoi na fadbara edima enidisi amanokuo no mampanyida da adwondo mani mama de atudwa eba mane achemu ose nyakopa onye na dunu obedu o my Ghana kwonwa biem ade ba ko obeyenie Ghana mabunu da na koma so papa obehwa bie nyuma ama mabunu anya bi aye na hia no se mabunu beto abade amano dizema baso ne da etosonso na obenya akonwa no ebiem waso obedi mampanya kwonwa ne edika no obo madire enani edi infrastructure so wosisi aya sabia osiasi akwan suku ahodo interchange ene nyoma bi eka ho ese nyankopon dum ene no ema na bi yesa oba obaye na so ne obaye pa kase ne se obabie bi enwuma na Ghana mabunu anya bi aye wani amanfo mo hohoi e wo fra montemu ene hia ye di nkomo ene do to wo manim se sene mabunu banya adwuma ye na obetimi abo mabunu ma wo manya adwuma ye nto wo di 24 hour economy no eba na hia ne se mabunu beboa na obeto abade mama no oba wo di 24 hour economy ba Ghana mabunu nyina nso ebenya enwuma ayo.
And so we focus on infrastructure. The next NDC government coming is going to continue to focus on infrastructure, but one of our new objectives is to provide jobs, jobs, and jobs for young people. And that is why we are proposing the 24-hour economy. They say, oh, but there are some businesses doing 24 hours again already. But there is no policy that incentivizes businesses to operate 24 hours. And NDC is going to introduce that policy to give them the incentive. So those doing it already will be encouraged to do more. Those who are not doing it already will give them incentives to operate 24 hours a day so that they can provide more employment for our young people. And so the formula for 24-hour economy is 1, 3, 3. 1, 3, 3. So when I say 24-hour economy, you say 1, 3, 3. Now let me explain 1, 3, 3. 1, 3, 3 is one job, 3 people, 3 shifts. One job, 3 people, 3 shifts. So the same job will employ 3 people 24 hours in 3 shifts 24 hours. So 24-hour economy, 1, 3, 3. Thank you.
Woye and was say what crime no. Abana jana jejemu woba twaso.
I know there are many issues challenging here. I just passed on the road, which is part of the Eastern Corridor Road. I didn't expect that by now the Eastern Corridor would not have been finished. It is Professor Mills's dream. He started it. I continued. And I thought that in the last 8 years at least, this Eastern Corridor Road would have been finished. Unfortunately, it looks like God designed that we would come and continue and finish it. So, I can assure you, the Eastern Corridor Road is going to be one of our #1 priorities. Inshallah, by the time we leave office in 2028, this Eastern Corridor Road would have been completed. I also want to assure Serki Zungo and the Chief of Adabraka that we will upgrade your clinic into a polyclinic. Professor Mills established the University of Health and Allied Sciences. And we said we don't want it to be only in Ho, it must benefit other parts of the region. And so we decided that we were coming to build a campus of the University of Health and Allied Sciences in Hohoi. And so we started that campus. Unfortunately, the way we left it is the way it still is. Nothing has been added to it. But let them rest assured, the students studying there, the people of Hohoi, that campus is our campus. When we come, we will develop that campus, put the infrastructure.
Habi sema mpanyinda da John Dramani mama ana ni oma from Hohoi edi komo cheche mo so ba obaya wo makwan 24-hour economy ba mabru benya ndwuma je ntini ehia so mbeto aba ede ama wo mu migina weso na me de enawuko Amansan Dawuro kasebo ni nyina aba na wieye na kahunu sa me editor o sa kasie mu eni Mr. Philip Mawuli Teten first aboba and a boy metina fidi na chi technician on duty same ade me call live e Facebook me di ani tirimuda hima ekuya sewa me moaju.
Put the power, the #1 station in the capital.